Hey everybody, it's Tony George, DocSports.com, still alive and well here during the COVID-19 continued shutdown here. We got a sports update for you, a lot of things to talk about. Hope you're all doing well, first and foremost, you, your families, extended families, friends, your circle of friends, as we continue to struggle with this. We're day 39 here in Las Vegas, at least day 39 for Mrs. George and I. But nonetheless, we are just as frustrated, getting angry, a little confused, not scared. But nonetheless, you know, it's wearing thin on us, especially in this profession where, you know, you live, eat, and breathe sports 24/7, 52. And just not one sport. Everything that's going on. Anything with action on it. You know, even sports that I don't put out in handicap a whole lot, like UFC, golf, these type of things. I've got bets out every weekend and for every fight card, even though I don't always offer them as a full season program. So all the things that I do for a living and for basically, you know, I've said this before, sports betting and sports handicapping, I don't look at it as a job. I look at it as a way of life. And that's been completely taken away from me. It's like a NASCAR driver headed straight into a wall at 200 miles an hour, and you go from 200 miles an hour to zero in 1 foot. I mean, and it just shuts down. It's over. And that's kind of what this has been. But keeping my sanity. It's 100 degrees out here in Las Vegas this week. Pool is open now. That helps. And trying to just, you know, survive. Mrs. George and I have been very appreciative of a lot of the private messages we got over on Twitter, at George Sports over there, just wishing us well and wanting to see more videos. These videos are free plays and free insights, and we haven't had any free plays to give you. You know, we have had a couple of videos here telling you about a couple that are coming up this week. We call them Tony's Time. So far, we've had Doug Upstone on talking about Major League Baseball. This week, Thursday and Friday, Doug Upstone is going to join me on Tony's Time to talk about grading the draft. The NFL draft is now come and gone. 15 million viewers on night one of the draft. That tells you how hungry people are for anything to do with sports. That's for sure. But we're going to give grades in the AFC and then the NFC. You know, 1 to 5 stars, A through F. Whatever, we're going to break them down for you in a couple of different shows there, so be looking for those right here on this channel at the end of the week. We had JJ Yaley on last week, active Monster Cup NASCAR driver, number 52 in your program there for Rick Ware Racing. And be sure and tune into that if you haven't watched it. You know, we're 29 guys short at 10,000 daily followers, so thumbs up and subscribe. Let's get over that 10,000 mark. But nonetheless, had Steve Sear on, the biggest Vegas super casino host and author of the book Well Hunt in the Desert, co-author, I guess. The book's about him. So he was on, and we're going to have Doug on later this week. And I hope next week we're going to be able to have Matt Holt come on and talk about the state of college football and what he knows. He manages game integrity and brand management for various pro leagues and numerous conferences in college football. He was a former chief operating officer of CG Technology, Cantor Gaming out here in Las Vegas for 8 years. And he's a friend of mine. And now he works with the NCAA on game integrity with all this legalized betting going on. There's a happy hour show on this channel with Matt on there talking about what he does. So be sure and check that out. I mean, what else you got to do, huh? Come on. Watch them. Subscribe. Sign up. Get in the game. Speaking of getting in the game, let's go ahead and talk about what is on deck here in sports. You'll notice the new signage here. Big Eddie Van Halen guy, been taking up a lot of guitar in the off times. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I dug out. You want to see it? Hang on. Look at this bad boy I got out of look at that. The old BC Rich Strat. Dug this out of the cobwebs. This is a guitar I took to Los Angeles in 1982 and tried to make it in a rock band. on Sunset Strip back when I was skinny, long hair, good looking, had some chops, you know, but nonetheless, dug this out, been playing some tunes on it along with my other ones here, and trying to stay somewhat busy. Hope that doesn't fall over. That thing's got a lot of memories with it. But nonetheless, doing what we can to stay sane. Here's what's on deck. May 9th, UFC 249. I will have a card. I have 2 UFC guys out here. One actually works at a sports book, but nonetheless, that I use and pool some money together to bet these when they're out. We have put out UFC in the past. We're going to be putting it out now. We got plenty of time to look up and research it, and these guys already are. There's 12 fights on this card. That goes May 9th in Jacksonville, Florida. NASCAR, this is the latest. If you didn't watch the NASCAR interview I did with the active Monster Cup driver J.J. Haley, watch it. But right now, their revised schedule is to run races. Well, they're running 3 of them in 8 days. And they plan on doing all 36 races this year. Obviously, no fans. No fans don't affect this sport. You know. But anyway, May 17th, Darlington. Wednesday, May 20th, Charlotte, 325 mile race. Turn around 5 days later on a Sunday, Charlotte, the Coke 600. It's usually the one they run the same day they run the Indy 500. So they're planning on those 3 races. All those in North Carolina. 99.9%, if not 100% of the teams are based out of North Carolina with garages, shops, where their operations are based out of. So they're keeping it close to home and making travel easy, this, that, and the other. So we got NASCAR going on. We got PGA Tour. Now, we were going to handicap the PGA Tour this year. I told you a couple weeks before the Masters that we were going to start releasing head-to-head plays. I've been betting these the last couple of years. Myself, an avid golf fan, as well as some close associates that do a lot of golf betting and on head-to-heads and are extremely successful at it. We pulled together a plan, and we're going to start releasing golf picks on head-to-heads. And unfortunately, they canceled the golf season, and at the tournament players got the sawgrass and haven't put anything out. But apparently, the Colonial is going to be down in Fort Worth, I think, in mid-May or mid-June. They're going to start doing that. Obviously, there are states easing restrictions. Those states that are easing restrictions, the NBA is putting together a plan to have guys start practicing. Now, they're not practicing just to have guys in shape for no season. They're going to figure out something. The word was they're going to put them all out here in Vegas, play at 3 different arenas, and take the top 8 teams out of each conference and begin a small playoff round robin deal to finish out the season. Hopefully that happens. Major League Baseball, talked with Doug Upstone about that on Tony's Time. And again, Doug's going to join me this week, not once but twice, to talk about the NFL. Now they're talking, he talked about, and there was some discussion about a grapefruit and a cactus league. Just like spring training. And keeping everybody in one spot and start playing games. And I'm playing games all day long, from early morning till late at night. How many games they get, I don't know. How that would work, where the World Series would be, I don't know. No fans for a while. No fans in NASCAR. No fans in UFC, just fights. But that being said, now they're talking about a 3rd location in Texas for Major League Baseball to start getting people together. We'll see what Texas is loosening restrictions. So we'll see how that pans out. NBA and Major League Baseball looking for something. WNBA, I have not heard a word. I brought on a good WNBA guy this year, damn it. I got a guy, yeah, and we were going to start putting out WNBA. We skipped a year last year, the year before we did it. But I was unhappy with the program and the staff that I had. So, success is the only thing that I'm looking for, and if it's not there, we're going to change gears and be successful. But nonetheless, hopefully the WNBA will tip off. They had their draft. NFL, we'll talk about the NFL Thursday and Friday with Doug Upstone. I would be surprised if the NFL did not have a 16-game season. Very surprised. College football, 50-50 at best, and that's disappointing. It really is. So that's the update, guys. We're still over here at DocSports.com. We got guys over there doing horse racing for you on a daily basis, this, that, and the other. Speaking of Doug Upshaw, I know he's been up in horse racing. Last I checked, was doing very well. I know Rafael Esparza is one of the best horse handicappers in the country, you know, and so we've got some guys over there doing some horse racing. I don't know who all's doing it. That's why you click the link in the description below and go check it out. We still got the free $60 offer for you as well. But we'll be back up here Thursday and Friday with some Tony's Time videos talking about and grading the NFL draft, both the AFC and the NFC, and any comments that we have, we'll include those for you as well. I hope you guys are, hey, listen, man, hang in there, brother. Hang in there, sister. This too shall pass. It ain't easy. We're all struggling with it. And I'll try and do some more videos for you. I appreciate you reaching out and want more videos. And hopefully we'll be doing some videos with the free picks in them. And let's get some action started. Be back at you on Thursday and Friday with some Tony's Times videos with Doug Upstill. Be sure and look for them.